Hi, it's Lori the Armchair Chef. This is my video to announce my challenge for October. It's going to be named Chef. I wrote it down right here. It's right over my head. Chef Lori BCA 1024. Breast Cancer Awareness 1024. And this is just to identify it as mine as opposed to any of the other ones that are going to be going on during the month of October. Um, what I did was I went out and searched for some projects that people have or content creators have made, and they have tutorials on them. So I've compiled a playlist of some of my favorite content creators are in here, as well as some people that I have not met before. Now, I did go through and do a look see of all the videos to hear how they were doing the tutorial, if it was pleasant to my ears, and I included it in here. Now, what I want to do is go over the playlist with you so you can see what it is and maybe why I chose it or what kind of options you might have to use it in my interpretation of my challenge. So let me start off with this first one. This is basically Nastasia telling you how to make the ribbon stitch, how to make it look like a ribbon when you're doing this stitch. So you essentially can make a ribbon in any project you want, anywhere, just by doing this thing that she does, that she shows you. So if you want to make a blanket, if you want to do a scarf, you want to do a hat, a headband, if you want to do a blue ribbon, a green ribbon, any kind of awareness ribbon you want, this is a great stitch and a great way to learn how to do this stitch and put it into your project. So this is a great one to keep in your repertoire in a playlist on your own site to refer back to. So what I did was then I went down to Amanda Louisa. She has made a cup cozy, but you could do this in a headband. This could be a headband as well, the way she does it. Cup cozy's cute. It's not too personal, where you could pass these out to people at the office or have it on your cup that you're taking with you. And there are there's another one from Nastasia here that is a pot holder. Now, she goes into this is one of her very old videos. You'll see it says 11 years old. She's adorable. She's been around a long time. Her and Bag a Day are like the queens of crochet. And she goes into what not to use when you're making a pot holder. You can use acrylic if you want, but don't use it with anything hot. You know, most of us kind of know that. But if you want to use this for decoration to hang somewhere, she shows you how to do the ribbon, and then you can attach the ribbon to the pot holder. Or you can make the ribbon and turn it into a magnet, and you can pass those out. You could share those with people. Just do like a cruise duck and just put pink ribbon magnets all over everything. The next one is one of our besties. It would be Crystal. She has made this granny square that is a ribbon. Now you can do this in any color awareness ribbon you want. And she says this is 7x7. It looks like she's done double crochet and bobbles. Okay. You could graph this out. And so you have a hard copy with you and know where to put your stuff. And you can do this in any color you want. You could make that ribbon pink and make the background gray, white. You can do it in different colors. And then what you do with the squares is now up to you. There's a lot of things you can do. Whatever you can do with the granny square, you could do with these. Just as a matter of fact, her next tutorial is one of her older ones. She does a breast cancer awareness granny square. She does a white one and she makes a ribbon. And then the next one, she shows you how to put together into a purse and make a bag. So I included how to do the granny square and then how to assemble it into a bag. Now, her assembly of this bag can be used for any kind of a granny square. You could use this anytime if you want to hang on to it, put it in a playlist. Um, you can do this for the holidays, for Christmas. You can make this bag for Halloween. This is a good granny square, any color, any ribbon, no ribbon at all, any kind of an applique on it. This really is very versatile. If you want to do something like that and hang on to it for later use at another time. Now, here we go with Nastasia again. This is a tapestry crochet bag. She says this is for the advanced person because you're carrying the ribbon along, the yarn along, you don't cut it. So for those of you adventurous that might like to be challenged, this could be a good project for you to do. Now, I'm not sure. I did start listening to some of these. I didn't listen to the whole thing. So I'm not sure if she gives you options on sizes. If you want to make a smaller one or a larger one, that would be, you would figure that. Now, this is only 10 minutes long. So my guess is I didn't really look at the whole thing, but she's only showing you how to do the tapestry part of this. She is very quick in her videos. She does not waste time with chit chat. Now, the next one is from Jeannie at Butterfly Dreams Crochet and More. She did this one apparently last year, and it's a granny square or a granny stitch, I should say. But also, you're crocheting it around a canvas bag. It's basically lined with a canvas bag, and this is the shell that goes around it. So that makes it lined, it makes it more versatile. Nothing falls through the holes, things like that. You can get those canvas bags at all the craft stores. You might even be able to get them at Dollar Tree too. And you just make the bag the size. I mean, you just start the crochet the size of the canvas bag. So you get the canvas bag first, or the canvas container, and then do the stitch in her demonstration. So now what we're going to do is move on from the bags into the scarves. There are several ways to do this. Now, Crafty Yarn Owl with Darla, she has one here where what you do is you make it two pieces and you connect it together at the back of the neck so they're both facing up. And it looks like a pink ribbon around your neck. Quite lovely. It's not, this looks like it would be quick to go. You use whatever yarn you want. You can use variegated yarn. You can use your pink yarn. If you want to add some embellishment to it, do a border on it, a white border, anything you'd like. You could even get yourself like what do you call it, a shawl pin, maybe with a ribbon shawl pin, a heart shawl pin, and to hold that scarf together. That would really set it off. Now, the next one I just discovered while I was doing this, and I'm going to go back and check out some of their other things. Weaving Weird Studio. The first thing I saw was a Granny Square breast cancer scarf, but she has the granny squares, and she has a tutorial that shows you just how to do the granny squares and then how to use them to make the scarf. So I included the tutorial for her granny squares, which is a breast cancer flower. Now, as I was watching her do this, I started thinking maybe the brown one is supposed to look like a boob. I'm not sure. because they're brown. She said use flesh tones. So I wasn't sure if she was trying to make it look like a breast and then have the ribbons. And then the next one is her scarf. She's made it really, really fuzzy. And most of the time you're doing these in two parts and you connect them behind the neck so they both face upright as they go around your neck. That's usually how they've been doing it as I've been watching the tutorials. Now, one of my other favorite people, Creative Grandma, has a prayer shawl. And this, she always has beautiful stuff. So I wanted to be sure to include this in here. And it's very long. She says it's 60 inches. It's wide enough to make a shawl collar on it, and has a border. This is one of her older ones. So yeah, some of these people are just adorable when they first were doing their videos. It's fun to watch them and see how far they've come from the olden days. And she's one of them. So this was 7 years ago. And you know, still without saying, if you want to do these in any colors at another time, these are great patterns to use. Now, the next one is a pink ribbon cancer awareness scarf. This is Mikey at Crochet Crowd. And his looks, you wrap it around yourself, it looks just like a ribbon. And it looks like it's an open weave. And I did just start this one. You're going, what did he say? You start, you do one side and then you do the other side. So they're both facing upright. I guess that's the way this stitches. It's probably a ribbon. And so you need to make it a certain direction. Um, and then we have Gracefully Unraveled is doing a keyhole scarf. Now, keyhole scarves are very fun because you just leave an opening in one of the ends. And so you put the other end through it and it stays together. It stays closed. But this actually looks like a pink ribbon. So I included this one. So you could do this. You could do this with anything. You could do this for a teddy bear, one of your amigurumis. You want to put a scarf around your amigurumi neck. Make a keyhole scarf. It'll stay on by itself. You won't have to worry about pinning it or gluing it or anything. It'll stay on the animal's neck. Now, what we're going to get into next are the chemo caps. I did include the caps because some of you do have organizations that you donate to, and Knots of Love is always accepting caps. The first video is how to crochet a chemo cap for charity. It kind of gives you guidelines. Ninja Bunny went to the Knots of Love website, found a bunch of information, and she's sharing it here with you. And showing you some things that she learned when she was trying to make a chemo cap. So that's got a lot of good information in it. Pretty much, it seems almost any hat, if you use the right yarn, can be used for people who are having treatments that cause them to lose their hair. So it seems what I've noticed is it's the yarn really. And then you want to make something that looks nice. People, if they don't have hair, they want to have something on their head that looks nice. And so that is Ninja Bunny's contribution. And next we have another creative grandma. She made a turban. It's I say it's very basic. It looks very soft and it's just a little gathered in the front. Most of them will give you an idea on how to make it to cover somebody who's wearing a wig or just a bald head. You might want to do it a little bit different. The next one is one of my girls, Sarah Satch, and she has this one she did 4 years ago. It's a pink ribbon beanie. Now she explains to you that you can use any color ribbon for any kind of awareness that you're supporting. It can be any color ribbon for for a cause that you're supporting. So some of these you might want to hang on to, and you can do them again at any time you want for a cause or for somebody who's going through something. And then she has a flower on hers with a button, and she does the little ribbons in her hat and the stitch. So that's a nice little thing to learn. I did watch Nastasia's demonstration of how she did it, and I thought, oh well, that is adorable. You can do that anytime with anything. And now the next one is Chrissy's Over the Mountain Crochet and Crafts. Chrissy had cancer. Chrissy's created this hat. She was diagnosed, and so she decided to make some hats. This was 2 years ago, out of pipsqueak yarn. Now, a lot of us don't even really know what to do with our pipsqueak yarn, but I think we could do this with homespun, anything really soft like that, maybe a Bernat baby blanket, something soft, and do this. It's a nice hat with a brim on it. You can also, because there's a brim on it, you could also, that folds up, you could put a flower on it, a heart, you could put a pink ribbon on it, butterflies, something to make it unique to you or to the person you're giving it to. And then I have included from Crochet for Cancer chemo cap donation guidelines. So this was 12 years ago. This gives you information on what things you can and cannot do, or should not do when making hats to donate. There's some guidelines and there's some things that are helpful. Then the next one is Crochet for Cancer, how to apply a button to a cap. Make it look pretty. Add a button. They give you some ideas so it doesn't, things don't go through and touch somebody's head. You don't want something to go through and touch their head. And then we come to my little pink bear. Now, Lindsay's Whimsy Crochet is the other stuff on the channel has to do with substances. And I thought, oh, this bear's really cute. So I went to see what else she had. And she had another teddy bear that had been doing a little of the green stuff, if you know what I mean. It was cute, maybe for another entertainment, but those of you that normally do amigurumi probably would be able to make a bear. This would be a good guideline for you if you wanted to do a pink ribbon bear. It's very cute. She starts with the muzzle to make it, and then you have a little pink nose, and then you have your white belly, and it looks like you sew it. So, but then what I wanted to tell you is these are what I'm including in my October challenge. You will be able to make as many as you want, but I will let you submit. Well, no, you can submit as many as you want, but you can get 3 chances on the wheel to win prizes. I'm sure there's going to be more than one prize because most people make a lot of stuff. So I will be doing a wheel and giving random prizes at the end of this month. These are the projects that I want you to submit. Now, if you want to make them your own, if you want to make a tweak to it, like say the pipsqueak yarn hat, you don't want to make it with pipsqueak, do it, but make it with the different yarn. If you want to do I do want it to represent Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So if you are loving this granny square bag here, but you want to do it with something else, we'll do it with something else later. Do it with the we're focusing on breast cancer awareness for my challenge. you can totally make this bag another time. You can start making squares if you want for Christmas or for Halloween and make another bag for somebody. And but I'm only going to take the things that are breast cancer awareness related for this monthly challenge. Now, every month I am also going to include any projects you make in my slideshow, because I want you all to have a place to show off your stuff because it is so amazing. And if you make anything in the month of October that is not breast cancer related, you can still send it to me and I'll include it in the slideshow at the end for crochet showcase. Now, all these are crochet. Now, if you knit and you can make a knitted version of one of these, I say go for it. I know Shannon does a lot of knitting, and then she does the bobbles and crochet. So if you wanted to do some of these squares and then do the bobbles and crochet, make a purse, that would be cool, if you want to knit them. If you want to do any of the knitting, but take the design and knit it, then that's perfectly fine too, because I just don't have the ability to go out and find a ton of knitting patterns. Now, I'm not sure how you would do a ribbon in knitting, if there's a way to do it. Maybe one of you guys could share that on the comments of this video if you know a way to make the ribbon stitch out of knitting. Now, would that be like a cable? Would you be able to do it sort of as making a cable and make it look like a ribbon? That might be possible. So if anybody knows that, leave it in the comments so everybody else can find out that information as well. Did I miss this one? Lisa's Creations of Love. I think I skipped this one. She made this hat and then she makes slots in it so that you can do a scarf. Now, she hand painted this scarf, but I thought this was really a cool idea for any time of the year. If you wanted to, just make hats with these little slots in them, and you can put any scarf in. You can make it interchangeable any time of the year you want. Um, for Christmas, for Halloween, for seasonal stuff, fall, anything. I thought that was a great idea. So I wanted to throw this one in here so you would have this option. You could do this another time as well to make it a themed hat. So, okay, this is it. This is the playlist. It'll be linked below. And go ahead and visit everybody and show them some love and subscribe to them. There's probably about 19 videos that are actual tutorials that you have to choose from. So like on the first one that Nastasia does this stitch, pretty much she's showing you how to do this and making a scarf. Just make something using that stitch. That would be great. Like this one's the cup cozy. Make a headband with that stitch. It's easier than a cat stitch, believe me. Yes, definitely easier than a cat stitch. I don't ever want to do the cat stitch again. But yeah, okay. That is my contribution for October. That is my challenge for October. And so thank you for playing. I'm not going to be doing a whip it this month. It's going to be just this one. I'm sure other people are going to be doing some crochet alongs for Halloween. I'm looking forward to those coming out. I just wish I could get more stuff done. I really want to play in everybody's games. I just don't crochet as much as everybody else does. That's why I like the smaller projects. Oh, excuse me. I want to put this out first thing Monday morning because October 1st is Tuesday. So I want to give you guys a chance to take a look at this. And so you'll have plenty of time to pick a project or two, or go, even if even if you want to buy some yarn or if you already have some yarn in your stash. I did give you warning that I was going to do something so you could search out some of your pink yarn. But yeah, there's some really nice things in here. And if you take the granny squares and make something else out of them, there's so many. There's so much. It's a base. It's just a canvas. There's so much canvas for creativity here. Um, yeah. So I hope you guys do something wonderful with it. And I can't wait to see what you guys create. And yep, that's it. So I'm gonna put this up and you guys can take a look and see if there's some stuff in here you like. Okay. You don't even have to tell me you're doing it till you're doing it or you're done with it. I would like to know who's going to play though. So if you are going to play, you could let me know. I like to know who's joining in the game. So, all right. You can answer in here if you're going to make something. You can chat amongst yourselves, share some ideas in the comments after you check out the videos. See if there's something you like. And show some love to the content creators. There's a lot of them this month. There's a lot of content creators. And I did meet couple new ones too that I had never seen before. Weaving Weird Studio. I like her. So I will see you in the next one.